What's up, guys? A lot of news to get to, and unfortunately, some of it is not fun. I had to break out the no glasses way too early, as we got the news this morning that Sean Murphy out 4 to 6 weeks with a fractured rib after taking a 95-mile-an-hour pitch right to the ribs on Friday from Marlins reliever. It's unfortunate. It's not his fault. And the take that it is dumb. I've been a Sean Murphy supporter. Maybe it's just because I want all my players to do really good that are on my team. That is not realistic because baseball is hard. And yes, it was a disastrous season for Murphy last year in terms of the oblique injury, just not being able to get started. And unfortunately, it's a repeat. But at least it's not a broken hand. And you've got Drake Baldwin, you've got Kurt Casale, you've got Sandy Leon, you've got Chadwick Trump. They know what they're doing, for sure. But I understand that people hated getting rid of William Contreras. And obviously, the Brewers have done a heck of a job with him, and he's done a heck of a job since the trade. But I also think people are forgetting that trade was when Travis d'Arnaud was on 1-year deal, and we weren't sure what we were going to get from Contreras, especially with the new rules of the pitch clock and the base stealing, only a couple of times throwing over, and things of that nature. And Sean Murphy is one of the best game callers in baseball. So, yes, offensively, last year was a disaster, but defensively and pitch calling and working with a staff and all of that stuff, it's still unmatched. It is still unmatched. He had the Braves staff had a 2.85 ERA with Sean Murphy behind the dish. Everybody else 3.93, and that's concerning considering all the new pieces in the back end of our bullpen, especially, and Chris Sale, who doesn't call his own game. He leaves it up to the catcher. So that's not ideal, obviously. But the hate for Sean Murphy is ridiculous to me. I understand his offensive struggles and all of that. I get it. And I'm as frustrated as anyone for him and for that not happening. But the Braves are fine with developing catchers too, because we had Shea Langoliers. We turned that into Matt Olson. He would have been our starting catcher if we didn't need to pull something for a first baseman after Freddie left. He would have been our catcher as well. And getting a catcher under that contract, it made a ton of sense at the time. Has it necessarily worked out the way Sean and the way the Braves wanted it to? Definitely not, especially offensively. But let's not forget that he was an all-star in the 2023 season and did what he did defensively as well. And honestly, defensively as a catcher matters more to me, especially the nuances of the game, the framing, the pitch calling, the game calling for a pitcher, especially the young pitchers and the relatively inexperienced pitchers. When you have complete trust in your catcher to make the right call based on how the game is going, and all you have to do is think about pitching and executing, that is unmatched. And I don't think people are giving that credit. I understand that William Contreras is great and he's an all-star and all that stuff, but to say the Braves are bad at developing catchers, yes. Are the Brewers better? Yeah, but the Braves aren't bad either. And I think that the overall package of Sean Murphy is still very, very valuable. And some of the media calling Sean a villain and saying that, it's his fault that he got drilled in the ribs. Come on, guys. You're better than that. Everybody's better than that. I understand being frustrated and the opinions. If you love William Contreras and didn't like the trade and still don't like the trade, that is fine. But to say that Sean Murphy is not valuable and is made of glass and XYZ, that is unfortunate and wrong. And I just feel ultimately so bad for Sean Murphy, who's working so hard to get the bad taste of 2024 out of his mouth. And now this. But at least he'll be back late April, and I hope that guys can hold down the fort. And we've seen a lot of great things from Drake Baldwin. And for those for those worried about service time and all that with Drake Baldwin, I don't think we are worried one bit about service time with all the Spencer Schwellenbach coming up as he did, AJ Smith-Shawver, the same thing. We don't mind using the jetpack through the minor leagues, so the service time thing, I don't think that matters. If the Braves think Drake Baldwin deserves to make this roster because of the Sean Murphy injury, then we're going to do that. And whatever is the best for the Braves to pick up W's, that's what we're going to do. If they think that he needs to stay down a little bit and just go with the combination of Chadwick Trump and Kirk Casale or Sandy Leon or something else, that's fine too. But service time and bringing youngsters up has never been an issue for the Braves. They don't care as long as they think if that's the best avenue for us to win games, that's what they're gonna do. They don't really care too much. I mean, they factor it in obviously, but whatever gets us the most W's is going to be the right move. And we've seen a lot of really good things from Drake Baldwin, and his catching ability is there too, and the ability to calm down situations. We saw it the other day in spring training that he was able to walk out there, and the veterans seem to have a lot of trust in Drake Baldwin. So we'll see how that situation plays out. But Sean Murphy being out may open up a great opportunity for Drake Baldwin, but it's still a big blow. It is still a big blow no matter what anyone tells you. And I feel so bad for Sean, and I just can't wait for him to get back and get healthy and be raring to go. But we're all allowed to have our opinions, but I think trashing Sean Murphy is the worst avenue to go. But that's your prerogative, and that's everybody's prerogative. But as always, go Braves, champions forever. Get well, Sean Murphy, and the catching situation is now very, very interesting, and it'll be intriguing to watch. But get well soon, Sean Murphy, because we need you back very, very soon.